Golden Retriever's motherly love for dog person.
He found her abandoned and choked in a storm. She was soaked, shivering, shocked. She's about 1 to 2 days old. The duckling thought the dog was his mother. Love is the only reason for Bo to bring Dot home. He takes care of her like a puppy. He is extremely patient and gentle with her. Dot has become a secret for world peace. She's growing up so fast, she's about to enter an awkward phase. Dot moved to the lake. Dot gets so happy to see her rescue hero. Bo often visits and brings more food for Dot. The love between such different animal people makes us think from time to time. If a duck person and dog person can get along, maybe we all have hope.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
In a letter to respected COP21 world leaders in Paris, France in 2015, Supreme Master Ching Hai urgently advised them to implement vegan law as the solution to mitigate global warming. The letter reads as follows. Respected COP21 world leaders Paris, my special salute and best wishes to all of your distinguished, honored ladies and gentlemen who have gathered in Paris for the protection of our world. This is just a reminder that just paying money alone cannot save lives, but being vegan does. A lot of evidence and information about this for you to consider are in the book From Crisis to Peace, free online at crisis2peace.org. Countless lives in the present and future, including yours and your children's future, children of your children's, are in your hands. Save them by voting for and implementing vegan law to stabilize the climate. Otherwise, lives on Earth will perish and we will be committing a graver offense than all the acts of killing and wars combined. With all love in God, yours most sincerely, Supreme Master Ching Hai. Vegan.
Meat consumption is the primary cause of global warming, especially for methane gas. Methane gas is the strongest global warming potential. One methane gas molecule is equal to something like 20 to 70 carbon dioxide molecules. So if we avoid eating meat, we will get less methane.
Please stay with us for this insightful conference.
Vegan. Inherit nobility from heaven.
On Saturday, October 3, 2009, members of the Supreme Master Ching Hai International Association All Vegans in Hong Kong organized a climate change conference to inspire the public to join hands to save our planet. The gathering featured lectures by prominent scientists and other speakers from China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. or Formosa, as well as representatives of government, media, and non-profit organizations. Eminent guests in attendance included Dr. Enbo Wu, vegan, Vice President of the Hong Kong Applied Science and Technology Research Institute, Reverend Chi Wood Feng, vegan, of the Hong Kong Anglican Church, and Miss Judy Chen, Chairman of the Hong Kong Ocean Park Conservation Foundation. The talks reviewed evidence of global warming as well as the swine flu pandemic and proposed solutions. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, accepted the invitation as the honored guest and graciously lent her presence to respond to questions from the audience. Her thoughts deeply reflected the event's theme, Global Unity, Together in Saving Lives.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
We now invite you to join us for part 5 of the conference titled Global Unity, Together in Saving Lives, held on October 3, 2009 in Hong Kong.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is the beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe.
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia.
All religions tell you, be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia.
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa.
I will show you how to get direct teaching.
And South America.
And keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
As well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real, lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet. And it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
In the past 3 years, I represent the Kaohsiung city government to participate in the international science activities. For example, like last year in the Poznan, and the following will be in the Copenhagen. Kaohsiung city is a very special city. We produce 28.6 tons of carbon dioxide per capita per year. That's the world's number, only less than Qatar. So that's the one tell us we got to take some action immediately. The 6 degrees difference tell us in the following years, 1 degree C's temperature difference in the Earth, the percentage is 0. So we will lose all of the ice cap and will increase global warming. If we do nothing, the Earth's temperature will increase to 6 degrees Celsius in the future. If that happens, we don't have any chance, 0% chance, to bring back the Earth's health. So if that happens, that equals to something like 1.08 billion tons of TNT, and more than 100,000 tons of the nuclear power in the world combined together brought from the Earth's subsurface. So what we should do, what we can do. Meat consumption is the primary cause of global warming, especially for methane gas. Methane gas is the strongest global warming potential. One methane gas molecule is equal to something like 20 to 70 carbon dioxide molecules. So if we avoid eating meat, we will get less methane. Something like 70% of the Amazon forest will clear and stretch for animal grazing. If all of the Earth people go to vegetarian, we can save that 70% of the Amazon forest destruction. According to our account, the living stocks industries, if we produce 1 kilogram of beef, we'll make something like 800 to 1,000 liters of methane emitted to the atmosphere. Also concerns hundreds of million liters of water and produce livestock waste, pollute our environment. Most people will say vehicle makes some the pollutant, and carbon dioxide. Actually, if we count livestock industry, we will see even more than transportation because the greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. That information comes from UN report. The Morak typhoons, just like I mentioned, it's not only the natural disaster, it's also a man-made disaster. After Morak, the UNFCCC announced that 200 years rainfall must correlate to climate change and global warming. We lose our family, we lose our land, and we lose our property. We need to sit down and think about what we should do next. 20 years ago, you tell people carbon dioxide is an air pollutant. People will say, what are you talking about? But now if you talk to people, everyone will agree. What makes carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the world? That's our fossil fuel usage. Everywhere you use the fossil fuel. When you drive a car, you use gasoline. When you use plastic products, you need the fossil fuel, the industry to supply that product for you. Since Kaohsiung City is the number 2 serious carbon dioxide emission cities in the world, we take more serious action and plan to avoid conditions from getting worse and worse. In the past 2 or 3 years, we built the solar energy arena for the World Games. That's the action plan. And we try to build the mass transportation system in the city combined with biking. We try to push the industrial sector emission reduction and the stabilize process. Don't make more air pollutant and greenhouse gases. We try to expand and reorganize some industrial park energy sources. We push for more green mass transportation systems. A continued adjustment to more energy efficient building for the solar energy, nature, and the past the wind. Place R&D project to suit the Kaohsiung greenhouse gas country strategy in climate, biological habitat, water, and environment protection education. So the global warming is a serious problem already. What should we do next? We already destroy nature. So next step, we need to respect nature, 尊重自然. We need to feedback the environment. We already waste a lot of resources. So we need to appreciate what resources we have and don't waste resources. Thank you and appreciate what we already own. Thank you.最后，祝各位佳节愉快，家庭幸福美满。Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very much, Professor Lin. It is really the time of urgency. And also it is clear now that meat consumption is the primary cause of greenhouse effect. We are really grateful to have Professor Lin today share his scientific analysis on global warming and the recent control and reduction strategy from Kaohsiung. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Ben, it would be fantastic if every one of us would lead a sustainable life. But how to go green in terms of science and technology?
Well, I think that our next speaker, Dr. Wu Enbo, will give us some recommendation on the sustainability and green technology.
Dr. Wu Enbo is the founding group director of the Material and Packaging Technologies Group and vice president of Hong Kong Applied Science and Technology Research Institute, ASTRI, the largest research institute sponsored by Hong Kong government. He is also a fellow of American Society of Mechanical Engineers and former deputy general director of ERSO ITRI, Taiwan. Under his lead, much research into innovative green technologies is underway. For example, LED, the next generation of sustainable lighting industry in the world. Now, let's give a warm round of applause to welcome Dr. Wu.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to be invited on behalf of Science and Technology Society of Hong Kong to make this presentation. The topic of my presentation is sustainability and green technology. So the first question I would like to ask is sustainability, how is it created? And before I do that, I'd like to put a definition, because scientists and engineers always like to put a definition on it. So the definition is the capacity to endure, or the capacity or the capability or the ability for a society, for a community, for a country, or for the world to sustain. So that's the definition of sustainability. So once we know the definition, then we can just look back 100 years. We see human economic activity actually increase 40 times. And this is a simple calculation from an annual GDP increase per year, which is 3.7%. On the other hand, if we look forward another 100 years, if the trend remains the same, that means we didn't do anything, then we're going to have another 40 times of human economic activity expansion. And if we look the total 200-year time span, we're going to see 1,600 times the economic expansion activity from year 1900. So then we ask the question whether Mother Earth can sustain. And that's why it is so important to talk about sustainability. If we look at year 2030, you see actually from this curve, if we didn't do anything, the curve will just go straight. And the vertical axis of this curve is actually the carbon dioxide emission in terms of gigatons per year. And the one I circle is actually, we call it the blue map scenario. That means we try to reduce the carbon dioxide emission to be 50% of the emission year 2005 when we reach year 2050. So that's a blue map scenario. For renewable energy, you can actually see that wind power and the solar power are two that majorly contribute for the renewable energy, and then followed by carbon capture and storage, which is probably more scientific, and then nuclear power.
Hey, buddy, want to go for a walk? Let me think about it. Come on, it'll be fun. Okay, let's go.
Peace is happening around our world. Peace News number 62 of many and counting. There are many countries promoting peace and fostering amity among peoples and governments. Etc. February 2024. Following Somalia's strong objections to Ethiopia seeking to lease a portion of coastline in a region that Somalia considers its territory, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed, a Shining World Leadership Award for Peace Laureate, works to smooth bilateral relations and states the friendship between the two countries is profound. By creating peace, we all can make a loving, serene, and prosperous world.
tomorrow on Words of Wisdom.
United Nations report in 2006, 1.3 billion population, which is exactly the same as the China's population, contribute about 40% of the GDP of the total agriculture in the world. And 30% of the planting service, 70% of the agricultural land is actually for farm animals. And it generates 18% of the carbon dioxide. And at the same time, it is the largest sectoral source for water pollution. So everybody here can do together to help human beings, to help us and to help our offspring. And that's promoting vegetarian. And that we together can do now.
All information concerning the scientific evidence of climate change and its solution is in Supreme Master Ching Hai's book, From Crisis to Peace, free for download at crisistopeace.org.
I haven't eaten animals in more than 20 years. I am in excellent health, as is my 90-year-old husband. My dogs have also been vegan and healthy with normal lifespans. Diana Navon, vegan.
Kind viewers, thank you for your company today for Words of Wisdom. Please join us again tomorrow for Global Unity Together in Saving Lives, Part 6 of our multi-part series. Coming up next is Color Your Health, Embrace the Rainbow of Flavonoids in Your Daily Diet. May the beauty of nature and the peace of spiritual understanding fill your hearts with gratitude.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
저희 방송은 다양한 언어를 제공합니다. 다음을 참고하세요. suprememastertv.com/schedule 그리고 suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.